Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to react to this week in NFL Week 3. Without further ado, let's check it out.
The culture
By Urinating Tree.
This one was pretty predictable from the start, wasn't it? I know it had to be played for the Amazon contract, but did we really gain anything? The Niners were flat out the better team. I'll give New York credit. They tried. Oh, Lord, they tried.
My
Defense was
parlay
trying to hold on to
team.
that collapsing dam for as long as possible. But with no Andrew Thomas or Saquon on offense, no chance. Without true power to keep up, San Fran just rolled over them like Daniel Jones in the pocket. Even if the refs had a West Coast bias in this one, it didn't matter in the end. I just don't get why Trent Williams would punch a player with the helmet on. Should be ejected for that simply for sheer idiocy. Kyle and John, good work. Here's another extension to keep you warm for the next few years. How to describe this game for the commies other than Sisyphean? Buffalo is still gunning for fresh victims after the humiliation at MetLife. Bad news for you, Washington, but it's time to die. Everything will be incredible frustration. Go deep into the red zone? Don't take the points, turnover on downs. You'll keep rolling the rock up the hill over and over until Sam Howell imitates 2021 Baker Mayfield and throws bad pick after bad pick. 4 total in the game. And then able to read Buffalo's secondary when it mattered. Meanwhile, the Bills' offense will rout you like a robot undergoing a purge. All of the bad Washington elements washed away under the might of an elite power. Give the Bills your young QBs, your hot seat coaches, your talented defenders. They will silence them once and for all. Nothing will satisfy Buffalo in their quest to seek vengeance. And they won't stop until everyone in sight is finished off. Quick question for Tennessee. Is there any chance you can score 2 defensive touchdowns like the Steelers did? I don't know if there's going to be any other way to solve Cleveland's Rubik's Cube. Sadly for them, they are not playing the Chargers defense in any way, shape, or form. Their offensive attack is going to wilt and shrivel like an unwatered plant. And you know who likes eating those? The Browns defense. There will be no shelter in the miserable elements today, Titans. You will do nothing on offense. You will not cry for the fallen. You will not return to pick up the corpses for proper burial. You will suffer volley after volley from Deshaun Watson.
Damn.
How the hell did you make him look that good today? Who needs a ground game when you can't stop him from the air? It was almost like it was back to Texans form today. Them's the breaks for the Titans. Like the Bengals, you run into elves and they slaughter you in the forest. The ride never ends, Denver. You sold your souls for Russell Wilson and Sean.
Ass whooping. Y'all got 70 piece, Denver. God damn, dog. Hey, Denver, y'all got 70 piece, bro. I ain't never seen that shit a day in my life. That is the first time in my life I experienced a 7 piece. A 70 piece. A 70 piece. No biscuit. Just meat. Pause.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like, real talk.
Yep.
Y'all got y'all ass whooped.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
I mean, y'all are some straight doo-doo cheeks. Denver, y'all got 70 piece.
The punishment will be Vance Joseph. I don't know what the hell happened with Mike McDaniel when he was a ball boy in Denver, but he didn't just want blood. He wanted entire ancestral lines of blood.
But that pass was too smooth.
They pulled pranks on him as a
That
child.
pass was too
Did they
smooth.
scar him? This wasn't a game.
Hey, Miami
This was a
look.
man
Hey, Miami,
patiently
my
awaiting his
parlay
chance to
team.
exact revenge for repeated slights. The Miami offense literally steamrolled over an entire Alpine village. An unstoppable wall of fire that incinerated everything in its path. Broncos fans thought last week was agonizing. This was so much worse than that.
Yep.
The Dolphins are in an infinity loop. Mother of God. They're still obliterating this defense with their backups. Their corpse has been infested with maggots and necrotizing from decay, and McDaniel is still beating the shit out of it. 70 points. That is not a typo. Miami walloped the Broncos for 70 points.
Y'all
the
got
third
70
most in NFL history.
Y'all got 70
over
piece.
700 yards of offense. Locale of the week isn't even a contest. Denver, you get this in a complimentary score economy. I haven't seen horses get slaughtered this badly since World War I. So the answer seems obvious. Sean Payton is not the answer this team needs.
Damn.
So Jacksonville, are you going to explain to us what the fuck is wrong with your offense? This is the second straight week against a supposedly bad defensive opponent where everything has looked out of sorts. Not even somewhat, but entire wiring and mainframes are borked. Calvin Ridley apparently can't catch a damn pass or do anything right these days. Field goals are blocked away as if they are nothing at all. And that's if they even get into field goal range. There was an elite quarterback today, and his name was CJ Stroud. The Texans are down 4/5 of their starting O-line and you still can't stop them? Is this an actual repeat of the Saxonville arc? Trevor Lawrence is throwing to Butterfinger receivers that fumble at the most inopportune times. And then there's your special teams unit, putting together one of the most embarrassing return coverages I've seen in my life. You gave up a kickoff return on a muffed fly ball kick to a fullback.
Oh my
Proof that
God.
greatness can strike us from anywhere. Know how this is true? The Texans have beaten the Jags in 10 of their last 11. A reminder that Houston's been a tank brigade since 2020. Better get your shit together quick, Duval. It's starting to reach panic time. The Arthur Smith experience is an aggravating one to fantasy football owners everywhere. And honestly is for Falcons fans in general. Against Detroit, Atlanta will be as miscast and underwhelming as Bijan is in this damn offense. A Lions unit that was minced and diced all over this field last week fixed up the leaks. They would suffocate anything that resembled a Falcon attack. Desmond Ridder wants to do something? Good, here are the anti-air guns to shoot it down. Detroit's defense gains redemption after being cast into the fires of hell. That unit and an offense that does enough to give cushion help to lead the Lions to a needed win. With victory, they keep up with an old foe that has constantly tormented them. You know which one I'm talking about. Detroit, just keep doing what you need to do.
Facts.
The chance to keep them under your heel shall arise again.
I got Detroit winning the NFC North.
New York's
I
game
got
plan
50
for the
bucks
season
on
was
it.
Aaron Rodgers.
They got to win the
But what
NFC
happens when
North.
Plan A breaks apart in
I
the
can
first
get it
charge
by the
and you have
good
no plan B?
250.
Well, you get morning sickness and endless regret. A tropical storm is going through the Northeast, and unfortunately, it can't wash away the stains of the miserable quarterback situation on display. Zach Wilson is dog water. Not even in the traditional highly touted disappointment sense, but in the he literally cannot move the football forwards approach.
Damn.
It's a repeat of last year's disaster against Jacksonville. The Jets are routinely treated like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. As always, the Patriots are losing. We really thought it was going to be different this year. Alas, God hates the Jets.
Damn.
And the only movement involving the color green will be in the dentures of their fans. New England didn't even do that much. They'll keep it within reach. Please, take the lead from us, they'll say. We really mean it. It's right there, Jets. Just take it. But Zach Wilson will piss himself and eat safeties in the pocket. The situation is unraveling. Garrett Wilson and Michael Carter are rightfully pissed about this disaster on the sidelines. And you'd be too if your QB threw a fucking check down on a 4th and 10. Even as they lose in humiliating fashion to the Pats for the 15th straight time, Robert Saleh will not change his approach. Zach Wilson will be his starter as they march off the cliff. An amputated Aaron Rodgers would honestly be better. He might have been able to move the ball forwards. This game can be divided into 2 arcs. First act, life with Derek Carr under center. The Packers are looking dead to rights under a suffocating Saints defense. Jordan Love can't muster the power to overcome it. Derek Carr isn't optimal, but he's doing more than enough to guide the Saints to a sizable lead. Rashid Shaheed and his dazzling open space
They
speed
let
will
me
do that as
down,
well.
man.
But New Orleans will take what they
Got
can
these
get.
bitch ass niggas at
Being
2-1.
17-0 in the third quarter
This
with
nigga
no
shot
signs
the
of
negative
stopping
record.
should be a breeze, right?
Fuck the Packers.
That was before Derek Carr busted his transmission. An awful shoulder injury will take him out for this game and probably a few more. After he left, take Act 2. The Saints stalling out. As the offense can't do a damn thing as they abandon the running game and Famous Jameis has issues with pass command, Jordan Love is infused with the spirits of Favre and Rodgers before him. Their guidance leads him to dissect a Joe Woods defense like a middle school science experiment.
And then
Brutal
they
penalties
sold.
giving up huge yardage.
Y'all fucking
Fumbling on
sold,
critical
New
3rd and 4th
Orleans.
downs almost as if it were on repeat. I know what you're thinking. This is literally the same script they used for their choke to the Bucks last season. All this game did was reinforce how the Saints are to be treated with suspicion. Jordan Love looked like a playoff hero in the fourth quarter and allowed Lambeau to celebrate.
Fuck Green
They
Bay.
scored 18 unanswered to take the lead by 1. Fortunately, the Saints managed to do something on offense. Field goal range has been reached, but can they strike with precision?
From 46 yards out, Loopy's kick is no good!
Prime Rule Lutz, this kicker is not. Sometimes I wonder if Saints fans are just numb themselves to all this bullshit. Their failure today has unleashed more Green Bay insufferability. I hate you more than you can imagine. We have ourselves a good old-fashioned choke bowl. 2 teams that do everything in their power to blow games. 2 teams that refuse to...
I had this game recorded, but the NFL blocked it, sadly. The NFL blocked it, so that's why you only got 3 games instead of 4 games. So just know I recorded this one, but the NFL blocked it. They will block random games at times. Like, they blocked the game. They blocked the New York Giants game from last week. This week they blocked the Chargers game. I don't know what they'll block the week after. I'm just happy they didn't block the Miami Denver game, because that game, that's iconic, bro. 70 piece. Come on now.
take the wins that are being handed to them. One team must unfortunately win. If Minnesota keeps fumbling the damn ball every chance they get, it's going to be a long game. Let's make this completely clear. The only reason the Chargers have any relevance in this matchup is because of Justin Herbert's near perfection. Another week without Austin Eckler means he'll have to do every goddamn thing for this franchise. Fortunately for them, the Vikings defense doesn't seem to be all that keen on stopping a runny nose, let alone their receivers. Their own receivers fumbling will do that for them. Considering that neither defense can make a damn stop, and nearly every single move the Chargers have made to fix it hasn't worked whatsoever, the game turns into an offensive shootout. The only thing stopping either teams are their own fuck-ups. Both offenses are the Harlem Globetrotters facing the Washington Generals. Defense bows down and lets them put on a show. By God, they did. Throwing haymakers in the annals of war until deep in the fourth quarter.
This is a
the
good
Vikings
game.
are down by 4, but they're charging down the field.
This is a good game.
Liquid LA, and the greatest shocker of all is managing to hold firm on defense. Minnesota tries to go for it on 4th down in front of their home faithful. They fail miserably.
Damn.
This should end the game, right? You don't know the Chargers, do you? So let me get this straight. You go for it on a 4th and 1 at your own 20 and take the ball away from your best offensive weapon? Staley, you're such a fucking hack. Now Minnesota has prime field position to win a game they shouldn't
That
be
was so
close in.
dumb.
Converting a
Just
foot down
punt it.
for a chance at grand larceny.
They could have literally just punted it.
Why are you burning this much clock? Spike the ball. Don't overthink it for 20 damn seconds. Jeez!
So much time being wasted here. 12 seconds when Cousins gets the snap. Steps up, throws for the end zone, deflected, and it's intercepted. Murray.
Peak fucking violence. The chance to take the ball from a countertop, stumble on a step. It's not hard to spike the fucking ball. Just do that and run to the sideline. It's not hard to overthink that. Congratulations, Brandon Staley. You just escaped your own incompetence yet again. If I didn't know any better, I'd call you Goldman Sachs. Ugly, ugly football. Conditions that epitomize the mess on display on both teams in this sordid display. The same tropical storm that's raining down on New York is being dealt with here. And apparently that means the Ravens must suffer being watered down. If you guess that they'd horrifically play down to competition in these conditions, you get nothing. This is what they pretty much do on regularity. We don't even get the Anthony Richardson versus Lamar sprinting contest in this one. Gardner Minshew and his meme magic get the call today. Not that it matters, since the Ravens kneecap themselves at every conceivable opportunity. Fumbles aplenty, 3 and outs, being unable to stop Zach Moss whenever he rumbles into the second level. Sure, blame some of it on Matt Gay turning into peak Justin Tucker today, but this is ridiculous. Indianapolis shouldn't be anywhere close to this game, spirited effort on their part or not. The game is coming down to the wire. And the Ravens are squeaking by with a 1-point lead like the little squirt that comes out when you sit on the toilet. That's what it feels like here. Indy has the ball at their own goal line, but... Oh no, Gardner, what have you done? You pulled an Orlovsky? Don't look into the eyes of hell, Gardner! Gardner! Now up by 3 and getting called back, the Ravens should win this one, right? Now if they get chicken shit in their play calling and are forced to punt. At this point, the Ravens are down to their fourth-string secondary, so Minshew's able to dice them up pretty easily, and Matt Gay turns into Justin Tucker yet again. Game time. The Ravens still have a chance to pull this off, though. They stumble and bumble, but there's space for Justin Tucker himself to do his magic.
Kick is on its way. Justin Tucker, and it comes up short.
Oh my. I don't care that it was a 61-yarder and terrible elements. This is a shocking revelation. Overtime will come, and it will be just as ugly as the 4 quarters before. Offensive stagnation aplenty in the mud-soaked trenches, with the Colts turned away by the Ravens' defense in no man's land. This should mean the Ravens escape with a win, right? Right, Baltimore?
Jackson, incomplete.
Yes, that was defensive pass interference on the score now, but forgive me if I'm not feeling overly sympathetic to that fight. John Harbaugh has proven time and time again that he got outcoached into a blender. And here comes Matt Gay to deliver the dagger.
Snap good, hold good, kick on the way, and he's done it.
Indy takes away the game in a Mayflower truck in the middle of the night. This game should have been won by the Ravens at least 15 times over, yet they pissed it away in a drunken bender by the pier. As desolate and abandoned as the Inner Harbor. And the punishment for failing is even worse. Their injury report. This is a goddamn Pro Bowl roster.
Goddamn.
It's beginning again. Is your strength and conditioning simply New Age voodoo? For the 3rd year in a row? 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks before the relentless optimism in Bears land fell into a fucking chasm. I know everyone outside of their fandom thought they were out of their minds, but for it all to fall apart like this? This is a nightmare. Green Bay literally killed this team. That's all I have. Justin Fields has been a complete mess mechanically, robotically holding on to the ball for way too long and eating sacks in the pocket. Things tend to get a bit sensationalist in these situations. And if he throws coaching under the bus for flooding him with too much information, they'll call it chaos hour. It's legitimately an everything problem. His O-line's a hot mess. Braxton Jones might be out for the season. Nate Davis is dealing with family issues, and they're out here running PR stunts to pretend that everything is fine. As long as you don't look at Alan Williams. The defensive coordinator is no more.
Damn.
Ran for his damn life as the FBI raids his house for undisclosed reasons. And considering that the Bears haven't denied that, it's probably pretty morbid as to why. So how does this get worse? Having $100,000 worth of equipment stolen from Soldier Field will do it. This tire fire is smoldering. A friendly reminder that it's not even week 3. Good lord. Everything's gone to complete shit, but perhaps things will be better as you're playing the Chiefs. There isn't a fool's chance in hell that I'm gonna believe you'll make this competitive. Don't waste my time, just go. Get out. Step off to the side and let the real teams take center stage. Fox will just show Taylor Swift in the press box for a half before switching away to a different game. There's no point in saying how shit you are because that would involve effort. You boys aren't worth it. Nuke the team like Bears fans want and ruin a new generation of prospects. Justin Fields isn't good, but I feel for that guy. He never had a chance in this shithole. Welcome back to the home of the 12s. Carolina, it's only going to get harder as Bryce Young's naked run of Dark Souls has hit a few snags. You'll have to settle for an old red rifle collecting dust in storage to take you anywhere. Seattle's without a good chunk of their secondary, so Andy Dalton will hold his own and try his best to will his corpse to anything resembling a win. Unfortunately, it's a one-dimensional attack. Seattle's, on the other hand, took a bit to get started, but will pick apart their opposition's defense with precision and patience. Slowly whittle them down, weaken their resolve, then strike for the kill. K9 was the star of the show in this one. The Panthers unable to stop him or anything after they ran out of gas. It wasn't the prettiest win, but Seattle does enough to pull off the dub. Carolina just couldn't keep up in the end. Now only if the Seahawks would gain some consistency, they'll be good to go. The football gods will not allow us to enjoy the great talents of this league. First Aaron Rodgers fell. Then Nick Chubb was taken down.
Damn.
Now we lose Trayvon Diggs, one of the best intercepting corners of the game, and was having some of the stronger performances in his career these past few weeks. All I guess is that the gods are still pissed at Jerry Jones. Did you have to take it out on Diggs?
Damn, tore his ACL?
Non-contact play in
Damn.
practice? His torn ACL means his season is over. It's a tough loss for the Cowboys, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be a death blow at least.
Nah.
They have reinforcements in the secondary. Plus, they still have Micah Parsons.
Yeah, they got
Please
a
don't take
solid
him too.
defense. Dallas got a solid defense.
Dallas will have to make do against Arizona. A tanking team, but considering what they did against the Giants last week, they're not to be taken lightly. Note that the same scenario that happened against the G-Men is occurring again. The Cardinals shocked their opponent by jumping out to an early lead. This isn't a big deal. Arizona will choke it again like they did last Sunday. This shouldn't be a problem with a team with more talent like the Cowboys. It's here where we made a crucial mistake. McCarthyism doesn't do well against red scares. The issue lies in the second half, particularly in the red zone. They couldn't get anything going whatsoever. Unforced error after unforced error, forcing a turnover on downs at the opposing goal line. Being stymied at the 8 on a drive by repeated stalling to force a field goal. In response, the Cowboy defense without Trayvon makes Josh Dobbs look like prime Kyler by being picked apart for 6. Dallas will get back to the red zone though, and Dak will prove his mettle.
2 chances to get it in here. Prescott looking in zone. It's Kaiser White.
A vintage interception in the red zone to end their hopes and dreams. Christmas came early for all of us. The Cardinals are America's team for one day. The Cowboys and Notre Dame losing on the same weekend? Please, I can only get so erect. Pittsburgh headed to Raiderland is usually a death sentence for the Steelers.
Goddamn
They
Raiders.
haven't won there since 1995. Will this game be any different? Apparently yes. This game answered who would win in a contest. A stoppable force or a movable object. Today the stoppable force proved superior. The Steelers scored points on offense. Over 20 of them. I don't know how to feel about this. Yes, the Raiders' defense is notoriously terrible, but actual production on offense? Kenny Pickett was throwing accurately? Consecutive first downs? This feels like a fever dream. Jimmy G was gifting the defense some tasty turnovers of his own, and Pittsburgh has a chance to put it away. Well, at least until the refs call Minka for a bullshit roughing the passer call and the Raiders score 8 in the 2-point conversion. 1-score game. And the Trudeau offense strikes again. Inoffensive and useless. The Raiders have a chance to tie the game up, but they are unfortunate. Josh McDaniels is their head coach. You have a 4th and 4 near the goal line down by 8 and you kick a field goal?
Facts.
You're trusting your defense to make a stop? Good news, Josh, they fucking couldn't. The Steelers thank you for your idiocy. I get you had to score again, but you think it'd be easier to do so with the game at least winnable by a field goal? Pittsburgh's punishment will be more severe. Promoting Matt Canada for incredible offensive failure. Tampa Bay, you've done well for yourself so far this year. You look like an interesting team to watch as things rebound after whatever the hell last season was. You don't want to be left for dead, but Philly did more than enough of that to you. Don't get too offended, it has nothing to do with you boys. The Eagles do this to many teams in their past. That defense is going to completely destroy anything you try to throw at them. An impenetrable force that only serves to consume more bodies for the war machine. You'll be tush-pushed off a cliff as DeAndre Swift and Jalen Hurts wave at you falling to your death. Everything comes up Eagles. Jalen wisely arm punts the ball to the 1-yard line so the defense can score points of their own.
Interception.
Exactly as they wrote it up. Perfect for Scorigami. On to their next victim. And many more to come. We get a doubleheader of Monday Night Football again. And this one felt more like waiting for the underachieving son in his mid-20s to do something with his life. Cincinnati offense looks very flat. And most of that is on Joe Burrow not being anywhere close to 100%, but endlessly going out of shotgun and not running the ball aren't doing them any favors. They were on the struggle bus for most of the game. But thank the gods that the Bengals defense pulled out. Brick wall where nothing will pass. Matthew Stafford will be destroyed in the pocket. 6 sacks and 2 picks turned it into a nightmare. With these heroic deeds, the Bengals offense does just enough to escape
was sacking the
humiliation.
shit out of Matthew
This
Stafford.
game was the first time Burrow completed a pass over
Shit was
15
giving me
yards this
Detroit
season.
Lions
I'm not
PTSD.
ultra concerned since Joe should heal up over time, but I'd double the paychecks of the defense this week. Well, if you have any pick or money left over from the Burrow extension. Bring out Jaden!
Ring out Jaden!
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
thirst of the football gods will never be quenched. Amen.
One who's been to a playoff and one who's 2.5 games into an outstanding career as the ball is bobbled and it's picked up by the fullback and he's got running room. Andrew Beck, after Boone couldn't handle it, it's still going. Beck, he's going to go all the way in. Did we just see what we just saw?
Alrighty, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see y'all next video. Till then, peace out.